Can you just state your name for the record?
Aaron El Kadri.
And you teach?
English. So Google Plus is basically Google's social networking system. So it's their answer to things like Facebook and things like that. But the nice thing about it is that it's streamlined with all of their other apps, such as Drive, such as YouTube, such as Calendar. So, if an organization like our school adopts something like Gmail addresses for all of the students, then it kind of makes sense that, let's try to streamline some of the more efficient ways of sharing and communicating and collaborating offered by this one service. And Google Plus is basically the meeting place for all of these services to come together.
So what do you use it for? Do you have your lesson outline on there, or do you have the tasks the students are going to complete?
Yeah, it's mostly sharing of content. Moodle is something that we still use just as a standardized tool. So that's where students and parents will, or any other stakeholders will kind of get the rundown of the week. But
why did you change from the pure Moodle model?
What initially made me, go with Google Plus was its visual format. So something like Moodle, yeah, you can work with it and tweak it, and you can add images and things like that, but it's really not, the interface is not the most dynamic and current and applicable or relatable to some of the more common social networking tools that the students are familiar with, or at least that we assume they're familiar with, things like Facebook. So, the format of Moodle, it just lacks in a bit of the functionality of something like Google Plus.
So, just to clarify, you are still using Moodle as your lesson outline and your communication with the parent and student in terms of when assignments are due, and you still use that for submitting of those things?
Sometimes, yeah. Visual layout of everything, it really speaks to visual literacy, which is a focus when we're talking about digital literacies and 21st century skills, whereas I just find Moodle kind of bland. And to put the work into Moodle to get it to a more attractive, space, it's quite a lot of work for each class. I got to go in and I have to, change the parameters and fool with the HTML and things like that. It's a lot of time.